Another day, another dollar of innovation. ASCRS.
Alright, so I'm here with Dr. Kathy from Florida, and she's giving some talks at ASCRS. And what were you saying, Kathy, about what you'd like to see at ASCRS?
Well, I would love to see some of the talks on SMILE, some new refractive procedures. I have been involved in some of the new things like raindrops, so that's always fun to get together at user meetings. And unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time to go down to the floor and see what else might be down there.
Right on. Well, that's a good thing, because we're doing like top 10 of tech at ASCRS.
So check out Hydras.
Yeah.
Check out Zeiss.
Yeah.
Check out SMILE.
Anything on the posterior segment?
Posterior segment, I'm an anterior segment gal, so there probably are.
I might have to cut you out of this video for that reason.
Really?
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with so that I can get educated.
Alrighty, there you have it. So I'm approaching the Los Angeles Convention Center, and I feel like I kind of took the wrong way in, but hopefully we can get in without breaking and entering. Yeah, it looks alright. Let's go. Alright, here we go. It's kind of weird what they're doing in the back. Hold on one second. Okay, now you can back up. Okay, I'll just kind of get you behind it here. Okay, so Antonio, a moment ago we were looking at Ingenuity, still in the background there, and I noticed the physician was not using the 3D system but using oculars. So explain to me how you can kind of transfer back and forth using Ingenuity.
Yeah, basically what is happening now at the moment, the physician has been trained to use and to implant Zeiss, which is a new glaucoma implant. So, but usually this system has been intended to be used with 3D glasses, and then you can get rid of the oculars, and basically you can watch through a 3D screen your procedure. So you are basically off from the microscope. You have a more natural posture during the surgery, and you are basically having a flat and 3D vision of the surgical procedure. That's I think an amazing innovation in ophthalmology, and it's also helped for an educational standpoint, because anybody that is around you in the OR is looking at what you're doing at every second. So I think they learn from the physician, and they are ready to support the physician in every step of the procedure. There is still a lot to, let's say, to discover around this technology. I think that's a very good start, and we are very excited about Ingenuity.
And Antonio, you mentioned that Ingenuity could work both for the posterior segment work, vitreoretina surgery, but also for CyPass, meaning kind of anterior segment surgery. So explain how you can kind of switch between both.
Yeah, correct. I mean, at the end, it works like a microscope. So basically, you can visualize any segment of the eye. So you can focus on the posterior segment, but as we can see today, in this session at the moment, surgeons, they are basically focusing the imaging on the anterior segment for the implantation of the CyPass. So it doesn't matter. I mean, it works like a microscope. The only difference is that you go out from the oculars. You see the procedure in front of your eyes through a 3D screen.
So which do you think docs will use it for first? Do you think that it'll be more popular for posterior segment surgery or some anterior, as in CyPass implantation?
I think it will become usable for any segment of the eye. And the good thing is also, we are starting from posterior segments,
And for all of our readers in Asia Pacific, can they look forward to commercial release of Ingenuity sometime soon?
Yeah, it will be released very soon, and I think this technology will be very exciting for our Asian healthcare professionals. So we are coming soon, guys.
All right. Nice. Next up, we're at the Zeiss booth where they've got something going on with ultra-widefield imaging. Let's go take a look. I hear it's in a secret room. So here's the secret room where the new product's being talked about. Let's just go right in. And of course it's locked. Alright, so the door was locked and I couldn't get in, but I managed to find out some secret information about the Zeiss ultra-widefield imaging. And here it is. So they locked the door, but they left some information out front. And basically, let me just read you a few notes that I made. Basically, they're going to be releasing soon true color, high-resolution images of traditional fundus cameras, but in ultra-widefield imaging now. The ergonomic design allows for more comfort, improving on the patient experience. And the instrument will support FAF, green, blue, and red. So it's all about clarity, comfort, color, and of course, ultra-wide field. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, good to see you, buddy.
Privilege. How are you doing?
Yeah, doing real well. So I hear that you've got some stuff going on in the back of the eye that you're starting to move out to international markets, but it sounds real cool. So tell me more about it.
Thank you. Yeah, we have back of the eye and front of the eye. So this is modernized visual electrophysiology. So as you know, there's a lot of good diagnostics in ophthalmology. This technology has existed in some form or fashion 40 or 50 years. Like OCT or visual fields, that technology also existed last century. Electrophysiology was modernized into 2010, so domestically we have about 2,500 sites. It's 3 primary tests right now domestically. That's you mentioned front to back test. That's called a visual evoked potential. That'll tell you how much energy gets to the back of the brain and how quickly. A second test is called electroretinography. That specifically tests ganglion cells, so physicians will tell you that'll tell you glaucoma maybe 5, 6, 7 years before, say, a structure test like an OCT, and those are great tests.
Huh.
There's also tests for the photoreceptors now. If you want to look through an effect, an opacity, if you're going to do a cataract, you can use a full field electroretinography and test the cone. So maybe a patient has one unhealthy eye and one healthy eye, kind of give them an indication before the procedure what to expect afterwards. So they know, hey, maybe this eye won't be so great, but I'm going to really get a good indication here. The last thing is that we're bringing out for retina doctors multifocal electroretinography. Traditionally that was a 45 to 60 minute test. We can now do it in 4 1-minute segments per eye. So we're taking what used to be an arduous process for the patient down to about 4 1-minute segments, a very easy light test, and we'll be releasing that in about 4 to 6 weeks.
We'll just take a little break for lunch. Time for a little tour.
Katie has more than one house. In fact, on a particular property we're coming up to, she has 2 houses. Very nice, very nice. Yeah. Had to convert for him from Australian to English. He's actually got married in the backyard of that house. Michael. Yeah. If you're wondering about the little house, right there, that's where he keeps just a meal. Now, more important than Justin's house is my ability to get you some of his trash. So we're going to reach up and grab some of his trash. They've been getting a lot of money for his trash.
Jeff, that's fascinating. I mean, you know, think about OCT. I thought there was so much innovation going on there, but outside that realm, it sounds like you guys are the ones to turn to.
We love OCT. Here's the deal. OCT is an objective test on structure.
Yeah.
So that'll tell you what something is. This is a test to test function, but unlike a field, which is subjective, meaning patient response, this is objective. So last year at ARVO, Will's Eye kind of said, hey, not only is this objective, but it's repeatable. So if you want objective data on function, let's say you were testing somebody with the ERG, the ganglion cell, the electroretinography ganglion cell test. If a cell were sick and you hit it, I don't know, with my favorite laser, the SLT laser, because I have a little experience with that. If you hit it with an SLT laser, then maybe in 60 or 90 days you'd want to know how the intervention impacted the patient. So now when you hit a cell that was sick or stressed, that you found out that was underperforming function-wise, oh hey, I hit this cell that was sick or stressed, look, it was underperforming function-wise, and post-SLT or a drop, I got its function back. So unlike an OCT, which is a structure test, alive or dead, this is a test that'll tell you when a cell is stressed or sick, and if you treat it, maybe you can actually, hey, get some progress there and have a tool to prove it. And that's well published and well accepted. So we're taking this domestic technology international. Matter of fact, my best friend in the company is on a plane to China right now as we're starting to do distribution there.
Wow, fist bump on that, Joe.
Go, Matt. Thanks
All
for
right.
letting me have a few minutes here.
You definitely look good, Los Angeles, especially at the ASCRS ASOA. I'm so glad you could join us. I hope you learned a little bit about innovation, and we'll see you next time on the first vlog of ophthalmology. Peace!